Good morning everyone. I'm just doing a bit of repeat throwing here. Well, for me it is a dozen or so bowls. These are going to have hakeme brushwork on the outside. I made a few last year of these and took them to sales, and no one bought them. They all said, oh, they're nice, and you know, no one actually bought them. And I've had them at home, and so I thought, oh, I'll just keep them for myself. I like them. And then I've just been having a sort of end of year, beginning of the year clear out of pots in the studio and boxes and things, and I found a couple of them. I did tend to give them away to family and things like that who like them. And put a couple on Etsy, and they went within sort of half an hour of putting them on. It had gone. Then I put another one on, and half an hour it had gone. So I just find it interesting how sort of sales of particular types of pots go in cycles. These are 600 grams, by the way. This is a half of a bat. Get a nice curve on the bottom. The point goes to the centre, obviously, and I'll just use it to finish it off and get a nice smooth inside to it, because these are used for tea. I'll just straighten the edge slightly. Just 2 or 3 millimeters makes the difference. Check the width. And that's it. Year before last, on sales, year before last, nobody bought teapots. Took teapots to sales, showed people. They all liked them, nobody bought them, and yet this year I've sold out of teapots twice at various shows. So it's a little weird how things go in cycles. Last year as well, they didn't buy teapots, but tea bowls went amazingly well, and yet this year it's been teapots and big jars, big moon jars. So I'm just making some more of these. Probably they won't sell for another year, and then they'll come in next year, so you can never tell. I never chase sales. You can never try and guess what people like. You can't judge or try and second guess what the public will want. It just depends on who turns up on the day, whether they like the work. So I just tend to make things that I like, and if other people like them, they buy them. If they don't like them, I'm left with a few pots, or a lot of pots, that I like, which is not bad. These calipers are only a rough guide. Step in the bottom of there, that's it, get rid of it. So from there to there is 2 mil, and the aesthetic of it is so much different. Just have it just that little bit flared at the top. Amazing. So I'll just do you one more so you can see what's what. They're going to have black slip on the outside of them. My usual black slip that I use on all the big pots. And then once that's dry, or when that's leather hard, I've got a white slip that I use a straw brush to put some brushwork. And I think if you look back into past YouTubes and just put hakeme, H-A-K-E-M-E, you'll be able to see what I did. I think there's a couple of videos on there. I'll try and make one again when these are done, but it'll be the end of the week. I do find this quite meditative, really. Unless I'm talking to you a lot, of course, and then I have to think what I'm saying and concentrate. But when I'm just throwing these for myself in a quiet studio, it's pretty good. Mindfulness and mindlessness. Almost the same thing, really. That one. I'll do you one more while I'm chatting to you. Last one, lucky last. This clay is a mixture of cheap stoneware and crank, and I dip it in iron oxide, powdered iron oxide. As I put it through the pug mill for the first time. I pug all my clay twice. Of course I mix different bags. I suppose if I could settle on one clay and one mixture, I could get Valentine's to make me a ton of it, but I like to experiment. I get bored with things. I think I've got a little bit of ADD. Goes to explain why I jump about on things. Once I've mastered a technique or got a desired effect or had an idea and it comes to fruition, then I jump onto the next idea. So the thought of actually having the same ton of clay to throw with for however many months it takes me to use it all is a bit disconcerting. But I'm getting that way. I've just pugged a load this morning and it takes a couple of hours to mix the clay and put it all together. Plus it comes quite wet, so you have to leave it out overnight to dry out and then pug it again tomorrow. But I need it quite stiff because I've got another big jar to do this week. I'd like to get done so I can put it with the one I've just done in the next biscuit firing. I'm a bit dubious about firing my big pots in my gas kiln because it's pretty fierce. The new burners on it are pretty fierce, and even when they're on just a pilot type of heat, they go over 100 degrees an hour. So I put a weed burner in for 4 or 5 hours just to make sure everything's bone dry, and I managed to get a complete kiln full of biscuitware, including some quite big flasks, so I'm quite pleased that I've managed to sort that out. So there we have it. A few bowls for hakeme slip. The style of it, just as a finish, is just as to finish it off. The style is a Korean sort of Edo shape. Quite like that rice bowl shape. Don't have to drink tea out of these, you can eat anything you want out of it. My daughter eats cereal out of it. My granddaughter, I should say, eats cereal out of hers. So. That's it. Won't bore you anymore. Last one. All's good.